to Green Sabre, Doom Telly Time, episode 57, and welcome. No video last week, as you will have already noticed. Bit of a lively week, basically. This one is lively anyway, but I've managed to squeeze this in anyway. So, all good. Quick video. My usual quick video. You will all be laughing at, no doubt. This should be quick. It's a relatively straightforward video and just a couple of updates. So, right. Firstly, I'm going to mix things up here a little bit. I'm going to do the updates at the end and my video main thread at the start of it. Hello. Seamless bit of editing there. Yeah, I'm having to recut this particular section of the video because when I watched it back, the fucking audio keeps dropping out. I don't know why. All I do is record it on my fucking phone. I've never had that before. But anyway, yeah. So I've had to sort of read it. I thought, fuck it, I'll just redo the whole competition section. So depending on where I fucking drop this back in again as such. So yeah, I'm doing the 200 subscribers contest competition for the Beast Sean. Shout out Sean. And the competition requirements were as follows. For his 200 subs comp, show me 2 albums that have the word two, TWO, in the title. Yeah, quite a good contest this actually, and one that I had to think about. I fucking misunderstood the brief straight away and was digging out Danzig 2 and various other things like Zeppelin 2 and so on. It was like no, it needs to be TWO, the word. So yeah, he was very clear about that. So I should have paid attention. So anyway, yeah. Short and sweet, but I've got my 2 entries here. So, and it's as if the stars were aligning as such. Like, the other week, sadly, my friend Stuart, Rip Stewart, rest in peace, mate, from Roots of the Old Oak, sadly passed. And his record I'm going to show again because it fulfills the brief of this contest. The word two. And then you will see the ballad of Two Ravens on side A, and it's a little sort of interlude instrumental piece that leads into the monumental title track on this record. But yeah, the Ballad of Two Ravens, lovely sort of atmospheric acoustic piece. It's only a couple of minutes long, but a beauty. And yeah, so that was straight away. It was quite hard digging through Discogs. I couldn't kind of single out just any album that had the word sort of two in it anywhere. But yeah, so I've had to fair peruse the old collection. So that's my first entry. So yeah, shout out Stuart and thanks for the help with the competition. My second entry, monumental British black metal as Winter Filleth, and their most recent album, The Reckoning Dawn, came out 2020 now, I think. Was it 2020? Yeah, 2020. It's a while back anyway. New album out this year though, which I'm very, very excited about. But yeah, on side C, Betwixt Two Crowns. I don't know if you can see that there. Betwixt Two Crowns. Again, another interlude sort of segment and a beautiful little acoustic, sort of classical acoustic interlude on the album. And yeah, fabulous little tune. And again, fulfills the brief perfectly. So I'm very happy with my entry to this competition. Again, like I say, there will be a link down below to it and to Sean's The Beast's channel as well. So but yeah, it was bit more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be, this competition. But anyway, I managed to sort something. So right, seamless segue, let's go back to where I fucking left off in the other video. So yeah, thank you. So update, so to speak. Right, well, I'll start with CROWSBLOOD. Nothing major on the pipeline. We got offered a gig in actual fact, but it's May, and with the very best of intentions, we're not going to be anywhere near ready for a gig in May, sadly. We likely will gig at some point, though. So for you out there hoping to hear some live CROWSBLOOD, you will get a chance. But it'll be right at back end of this year, at earliest, I would imagine, quite honestly. We're more preoccupied with writing the album, as such, like at the minute, of which we're another 2 songs down currently. So yeah. We've got 4 songs in total. That includes the 2 that are on the demo. They're going to get reworked and go on the album as such like. So I suppose you could say side A is complete. We've got four tracks basically. 2 tracks entirely done, obviously, that you know. And the other 2 tracks that are there structurally brilliant. I've not written any lyrics for them yet. Or really been through where I'm going to put vocals, but musically they're there. So yeah, we're cracking on at great pace. So that's the CROWSBLOOD update so far. Not rehearsing for a couple of weeks now, but yeah, we'll be back at it April. Well, back end of this month even. Green Sabre update. We were rehearsing, as you watched, if you're watching this on Monday, we rehearsed on Sunday night, and it went really, really well. We're rehearsing for a set because we've got our first gig of 2024 at the back end of this month. We're playing the Tap in Idle, supporting Dawn of Elysium. It's going to be ace. Free entry too, so if you're in the North Bradford area, get yourself to the Tap in Idle. That's on the Good Friday, 29th of March. So yeah, we've got about 45 minutes, so like a 4-song set, and I mean, you know, spoiler alert, and I don't want to give up the surprise, but the title track Numb is finally back in the set list. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. We've not played that in a set since January 2023, February I think, yeah, 2023. That was the last time Numb appeared in a set, mainly because it's like 15-16 minutes, so it's difficult to shoehorn that into a set, really, but we've worked around it. So really that was the bulk of yesterday's Green Sabre rehearsing for this, our first gig at the end of the month, and of course just tweaking the songs for recording that are going to be the first week of May. So yeah, so far so good. We've got a week or two off coming up soon as well, so yeah, we'll need to be at it before the gig. But yeah, so that's the Green Sabre update. I suppose the big update is the Godthrymm one. I'll start with that Easter weekend. My next Godthrymm gig is going to be at Night Train in Bradford at the From the Crypt Fest, the all-dayer. That Rich, shout out Rich from God to Hellfire, set. So it's going to be another beastly one. I think there's 10, or has one pulled out? Anyway, there's 9 or 10 bands on for it. It's going to be ace. Godthrymm headlining. That's the Easter Sunday, 31st of March. So yeah, I've got the Green Sabre gig on the 29th, Good Friday. Day off on Saturday. Godthrymm gig headlining on the 31st. Yeah, so yeah, 31st of March, From the Crypt, Night Train, Bradford, Sunday. Get yourself there. I forget how much tickets are. They're about 9 or 10 quid. But yeah, gonna be a ripper. So that's the sort of upcoming Godthrymm thing. But I suppose the main update was I got my first gig under my belt, and it was supporting, I'm wearing the merchandise, supporting these savages. The Crowbar gig. Yeah, Godthrymm, Crowbar, In Human Nature, The Parish, Huddersfield, last Thursday just gone, 29th of February. What a night. It was just an amazing experience. And I mean, now I'd be lying to you that if I said that I wasn't an absolute nervous wreck for the majority of the week leading into it, to be quite honest with you. I mean, we'd rehearsed the Sunday previous, gone well, gone through it all, that kind of thing, timings, adjustments, all that. So far, so much. There's only so much, sorry, what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way, that you can do realistically. With that rehearsal, it's just kind of suck it and see when it gets to the live situation. But yeah, I fully rehearsed up at home up to that week. And come Wednesday night, I've been through the set twice at home, in the living room, stood up with guitar on, pedal set up. I wasn't plugged in because the boy was asleep upstairs. So yeah, but like the full setup, like, right, I need to switch pedal here, go into that riff here, blah, blah, and all that kind of thing. Went through that twice, was going to go through it again, but I thought you can over practice, can't you? So yeah, I think it just helped with the nerves. But yeah, the day off. I mean, the day off any gig, I'm a bit of a mess, quite frankly. And can't really do much. I can't settle at all on the day of a gig. And of course, with this being my first one with Godthrymm, as support to fucking Crowbar was... I was a bit of a mess on Thursday. So, but yeah. Coming into it, sound check went great at the venue. It's an amazing sound, like on stage as well at Parish. Sound guy does an amazing job, and it's just brilliant sound. Big stage as well, and there were a lot of equipment on there, Crowbar and Human Nature and stuff. So we didn't have a massive amount of room, but still more room than I'm used to a lot of the time. And anyway, it went amazing. Yeah, I think I fluffed one note, but I don't think anyone really noticed it, so I've got away with that one. But yeah, I had an amazing time. I was settling throughout the first song. You know, you can feel that nervous vibrato on every string. But in first song, but yeah, got into the zone for the rest of it really, and yeah, it went ace, flew by as these things normally do. But we only had half hour set anyway. But it was amazing. Inhuman Nature were great after it, and a good bunch of chaps. And Crowbar, I mean, that has to be one of the heaviest gigs I've ever seen. Just so heavy. That guitar sound, that crunch, that thump, those riffs. How did he put it? Riffs for days. And it really was stunning stuff. It's only the second time I've seen Crowbar. The first time I saw him was years ago. They supported Paradise Lost at, I want to say Queen's Hall in Bradford. It was a Bradford venue, so it's likely the Queen's Hall or Rio's, but I'm pretty sure it was Queen's Hall. But yeah, that was like 94 or whatever. That was the last and only time previous that I'd seen Crowbar, so it was rammed in there. And that was what I was going to say about the Godthrymm performance as well. That is comfortably the most people I've played for in a gig setting. It was wall to wall. Even for us, it was packed up there in room. But when Crowbar come on, Jesus. I mean, there was people couldn't get in. I don't know if you know the parish, but it's just some steps from the downstairs bar leading up into the venue. And yeah, there was people had to give up that couldn't get in. It was just wall to wall in there. I mean, apparently it didn't quite sell out. But, I mean, I'd argue that when Crowbar were on, it was like I say, you couldn't move. I was sort of wedged at the back by the sound desk for most of it. Apparently Kath Keyboards in Godthrymm did I've seen the video footage of her stage diving and crowd surfing. But I missed it at the time. I was my usual probably behind the 12-foot guy at gigs, which usually happens to me. But it was amazing. People have already asked me, how was Kirk? How was Crowbar? Barely saw them. I barely saw them at all. I saw and got to say hello to Kirk right at the end before I was leaving. The aftermath of it all. Got to sort of nod and say hello to him. Seemed like a lovely guy. Hamish and Kath. Hamish knows him from previous, like Val and Fire and Bride and stuff like that. So, yeah. But, yeah, so it was nice to get... In fact, I had more of a conversation with Kurt Winstein's wife, who was manning the merch desk downstairs. So I had a good natter with her when I went and got the T-shirt. So, yeah, lovely. And I think I briefly said hello to the guitarist. Whilst when we come off stage, we were sort of having to pack up very quickly in the dark, just outside of the green room. So yeah, I think he was sort of trying to get over me and around me and stuff. So yeah. But no, lovely experience, and yeah, hardly saw any of them at all, and that's sort of to be expected, really. Yeah, if it was me, I'd be sort of away from it all, just keeping myself to myself before I go on. But it was an amazing experience, and it was so good to, not only, I mean, a gig of that size for my first one with Godthrymm, but also great to get my first Godthrymm gig under my belt, and I can't wait for many, many more. So, yeah, it's going to be great moving forward. But that was an amazing experience. I've got a tiny bit of, there's very little photographic or video evidence so far that I've managed to find anyway from the night in question, but there's a little bit of video footage, just a snippet of about a minute from Obsess Regress, second track that we did on the night. That'll add on, and you just see me creep into it, because I was on the sort of far left-hand side of the stage, so you see me creep into shot ever so slightly. But yeah, just a wonderful evening, great experience, and something I'll treasure forever. Just brilliant. Just to share the stage with Crowbar is, like I say, that's a bit of a bucket list moment for me, so can't complain. So anyway, yeah, look at that really quick video, and I've still managed to turn it into 15 minutes. Will there be a video next week? I give up promising these days, because like I say, my window of opportunity is so fucking rare that, it's so small, I should say, that, yeah, if I miss that, then fucking forget it. I don't get another chance during the week. But, yeah. Thank you for watching. Really enjoyed this competition, so wish me luck in the Beasts 200 subs comp. I fulfilled the brief. Give yourselves a go at it as well too. So I probably missed the deadline now, though. I forgot to check when that was. So anyway, There's my entry, regardless of whether I did. Thanks for liking and subscribing. We're up at 180 subscribers. I probably, if I provided a bit more regular content, I might go a bit quicker, but you'll just have to make do, people. You know, you don't need too much of me twatting on anyway, do you? Let's face it. So, yeah. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I will see you in a week, maybe two. Who knows? Thank you. See you later.